No joke, I was a little bit nervous to go to sleep after I watched this movie because I kept thinking, oh my god, Greta's gonna come and like steal me from my home. It's Kristen, and today we're talking about Greta starring Grace Moretz and Isabelle Huppert. The story follows Frances, a girl who's new to New York City, who goes against all of the MTA warnings of see something, say something when she finds a green purse on the subway. Instead, she grabs the bag and returns it to Greta, an older French woman, and the two start an unlikely friendship that goes south when Greta becomes obsessed with her. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and click the subscribe button if you like my videos. And of course, drop down into the comments below and tell me your thoughts on Greta. I love chatting with you guys, so let's have a fun discussion. So just like the big theme of films last year in 2018 seemed to be kind of motherhood, you know, we got movies like Mother and Hereditary and Bird Box. I feel like a popular movie theme for this year is going to be this idea of like an older woman stalking a teenager, which we see in this film Greta, and it looks like the movie Ma with Octavia Spencer that's coming out soon is also going to follow that same idea. So Greta is a movie that I left having sort of mixed feelings about. I do want to start off with a positive, which was obviously Isabelle Huppert as Greta. She was eccentric and obsessive and strange and sometimes downright terrifying. Like, no joke, I was a little bit nervous to go to sleep after I watched this movie because I kept thinking, oh my god, Greta's gonna come and like steal me from my home. But I think she really did a great job embodying the role of Greta. And I think there were definitely some very interesting aspects of this film, especially in the setup of certain scenes. Like, there were certain things that, you know, you're on this path and you're like, oh my god, this thing is happening, and then it's like, oh wait, backtrack, oh no wait, just kidding, it is happening. Especially when it came to the scene when Greta was helping Frances pack, I was like, oh gosh, what is happening? They're trying to trick us. I think it just definitely did not go where I expected. There was also something about this film that to me I felt like they were trying to go like really deep, like give us these hidden clues and deeper metaphors for things like fear and motherhood and loneliness. They really dealt with these themes of like claustrophobia and a smothering motherly type figure. In some of those moments they really did a great job, especially when it came to like that claustrophobia, kind of like being trapped situation. There were times where it just felt very frustrating to me even as a viewer, where I was just like, ooh, I need to get out. Even at the end of this film it felt like they were trapping Greta in a nightmare of her own making, but the whole time I just kept thinking, this woman's relentless, like this is not over yet. I don't necessarily think that this was a good enough film to get a sequel, but I could see them being interested in making one because of that fact that like Greta was this woman that just like, you can't stop her. There's no doubt that there is definitely an intriguing concept in this film, but I think that the downfall came with the storyline and the script. Some things just like really didn't make any sense. Like, I'm a New Yorker and I've never seen such a white, suspiciously clean subway like that in my entire life. You know, this is the 6 train going to the Bronx. We're the Showtime people. Like, this is not what New York is like. Maybe we were in some weird alternate reality of what New York could be like, but nah, this is not New York. And you know, I totally get that this story is supposed to be like, oh, this sweet innocent out-of-towner finds a bag on the subway and returns it to its owner, but let me tell you, that bag in real life would have either been stolen by a homeless person or called into the bomb squad, because see something, say something, people. Something else that really puzzled me about this movie is why, please tell me, why did Frances and her roommate have a landline? What century is this? I haven't had a landline in years, and the fact that they also had cell phones too, why did Frances give Greta her landline number and her cell phone number? The logic. You know, those might seem like small things, but honestly they really did take me out of the movie. I was just like, where is the logic and like the reality in this film? I think the pacing was also off. It really felt very long and dragged out to me. Every time I thought that this film was almost over, it like kept going. And I was kind of surprised because there was just certain points where I was like, oh, okay, this is the end now. Oh, no, okay. Well, this must be, no. And for a little bit, I really thought that they were gonna go super, super dark with this ending because I just kept being like, how much time is left in this movie? I can't even predict what this is gonna end on now. They did go with more of a, you know, typical ending for this. But I think the beginning of this film is really where things are dragging, and then as you kind of get toward the end and we start seeing Greta making moves, that's when it starts picking up. But it was just mind-blowing to me that no matter how many times Frances reached out for help, whether it was at her job or even by the police, nobody was helping this girl. To me, one of the bigger messages that I kind of took away from this film was that all of the systems that are in place that should be helping a woman who is being stalked or abused really are not doing the work that they need to do until it's too late. I was actually surprised by how many times Frances really did call the police in this film, because I feel like this is one of those movies where like people don't usually call the police, and still nobody helped her. Oh, and the other very strong message that I got from this was that you need to listen to the MTA. If a bag is unattended, that spells D-A-N-G-E-R, danger, danger! When it comes down to it, I think Isabelle Huppert stole this film, but unfortunately I don't think that she was enough to save it. Don't forget to check out more of my movie reviews and join me in the comments to continue the conversation. See ya!